That's Pets World every Wednesday at 6:50 a.m. during the program This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Everybody, it's that time. I'm Mahiri Stewart.
And I'm Shalois Michael.
And welcome to the comments section.
Now, Mahiri, this is our second episode. So for those who missed it,
yes,
you want to give them a little refresher on what the comments section is?
Indeed. For those who weren't here yesterday for the very first episode of the comment section, just know that social media is going to be our oyster for this show. If you are speaking about a trending topic, we will be there to speak about it, and that's what comment section is all about. And for those of you who miss public opinion again,
right here,
it's right here, and public opinion is going to be the very first segment here on comment section. But before we continue, yesterday we played Dennis Brown to kick off the show. That's in honor of Dennis Brown's 69th birthday, which was Sunday. And it's reggae month, folks. So each day for this week, we're going to be playing a reggae song. It was Sonia Stewart, our wonderful producer, who decided that No Disturb Sign was going to be the song for today. But keep your ears peeled because we're going to have reggae music all week for comment section. But let's get into public opinion, shall we?
Right. Now, parents at a Spanish Town-based primary school are fuming after their children's jackets were confiscated, leaving the youngsters shivering from the impacts of the cold front impacting the island. Now, Nationwide News understands that the school sells jackets designed in the institution's colors and bearing its logo. And the parents are told that this school jacket is the only one allowed on campus. But the parents are saying the fabric them too thin and, given that the weather is cold, they would need something a little thicker for their children.
Something to keep warm.
So in public opinion this evening, we're asking you, what's your reaction to a Spanish Town-based primary school confiscating students' jackets amid the cold weather?
It's very interesting that this is our public opinion because this makes it 3 straight pop-ups about this cold front that's been taking Jamaica by storm. And we went through social media to find out what people are saying under our public opinion, and a lot's been going on. So we are going to take a look at some of the comments that we got for public opinion tonight. So as always, we start with Facebook. But before we get to Facebook, we have some reactions from the streets. So let's listen
Let's hear
in.
it.
I think it's rather unfortunate that the institution decided to do something such as this. I mean, this is not an ordinary time. We're experiencing cooler temperatures or cold front across the country. And if it is that the student don't have a jacket with the school's brand or labeling on it, then what else you expect?
No, thanks.
Then what else you expect the child is going to wear to school to keep his or herself warm? Now, if I was a parent, honestly, would I reach up at that institution because that don't make no sense to me?
All right, to me, that's a foolishness. That don't make no sense at all, because I guess I'm going now. All right, fine. They might not wear the carrot jacket come to school. But we know, say, right now, call time now. So you tell me, say, you're going to punish the child just because them not wear the carrot jacket come to school, and I make them wear none. So when the penny get sick now, or my child get sick now, how that go? Are you going to pay a doctor fee? If my child drop down dead now, where are you going to pay for funeral? Where you tell me after this? That make no sense at all. That's stupidness. That does backwards. See what I say? Yeah.
Well, for one, I would be upset. I would be fuming because you don't provide the child with the correct jacket, right? Only to take it, the correct one, then all right, we're upset.
I'm not in favor of what the school is doing because the climate and what due to like the sickness that is going around, like the cold, and so I'm not in favor because that's not right. You should be allowed to like wear whatever you want, no matter if it have a school symbol or whatever. So yeah, that's it.
Them lucky and my picnic. Them very lucky and my picnic. Because them would have to explain to me why my picnic is without a jacket in this cold time, yeah.
I think that is very inconsiderate of the persons who are there at school, the administration. The children's safety and comfort should come first, and they're not breaking a rule just like haphazardly. It is because of a particular situation in this case, a cold front, that's why they did that. So I don't think it was something worth doing.
Well, I don't think the weather has anything to do with school because a sweater is a sweater. So if you're going to school, you're going to learn, not for clothes. So yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like I agree with the comments, Mahiri. Because I'm thinking back to my high school days, for example, and I know that with my high school, you had to wear blue or black sweater. But when, for example, even the Christmas breeze, back in the day, when we have to go to school, we all pink sweaters on picnic in a...
Yeah, it's one thing to... surely there's another way of punishing. First of all...
And it's not...
We're in a cold front. That's the first thing. So when you're confiscating jackets from students, you leave them without a jacket. So they wore it for a reason, obviously. You take that jacket away, and they have nothing for the rest of the day. They only wore it to be warm. When they don't have that jacket just because it's not part of the school rules, quote unquote, and it would be one thing if you took the jacket away and gave them a school jacket.
Yeah.
But if you don't give them anything and then they all just get cold and sick, then what happens? And it's funny you said that because we have some people in the YouTube chat saying the same thing. I see Stephen Dixon right now saying the school is inconsiderate. S. Marshall in the YouTube chat saying suppose the child is asthmatic.
True.
And people are saying why them can't wear the jacket says I am winning right now. It's only for a short moment. These leaders are too full of themselves. Lifestyle Politics says why would the school take children's jackets unless they had profanities or the styles and colors were outside of what is permitted? And I can't see why if they were in the cold it's a problem.
And Stephen Dixon is saying that the school was inconsiderate.
Exactly. And somebody says they hope the Ministry of Education takes action. It was really, really cold yesterday. If that was my child or children, I wouldn't take it nicely at all. That's news commentator J.A. But we checked over on Facebook. And over on Facebook, let's have a look at what folks had to say.
Denville Mullings says, even Jesus came and broke corn on the Sabbath, which tells us that even rules and laws can be altered, changed, or relaxed under specific circumstances.
Indeed. Annette Palmer says, this is sudden, no time to get the correct ones. They could have given the children the okay, because only a couple of days. And Fantastic Bell says, wrong on all levels, no matter the rules. Lily Roses says, wicked and evil. Mark Matthews says Jamaica is not a real place, and Caritha Dodd says they are heartless. Oh my. So folks on Facebook clearly aren't too happy about that.
They aren't happy.
And even there on the screen we have Charmaine Bicknell says this doesn't make sense. We are experiencing a cold front. Wearing hoodies is smart. It keeps your head and ears warm. And Melissa Rose says, hold on, them now watch news and say that the weather is cold. Sometimes they are just too much. So that's what we have over on
Natalie
Facebook.
Winter is saying, hell no, no.
That's right, man. The parents, and you can tell these Facebookers are parents. They are not pleased at all with this ruling. If we go over to Instagram, what do folks say over on Instagram? So we have some here. Crafty by Shan says they could have relaxed the dress code for this occasion, seeing that it's an all-island impact. And what else we have here? Sure Day Isatan says, this principal has to go. No empathy. These are children between 6 and 12 years old. This was cruel and heartless. Me a big old woman. And the temperature was unbearable for me in my own home.
Because again, Mahir, it goes back to even yesterday with the comments and people saying, they're out in Uggs and stockings and fur. Because it is cold.
I literally saw our finance minister this morning, Favour Williams. She asked me how I was. I said, I'm cold. And she said, where's your fur jacket? So yeah, man, a lot of people are wrapped up in their jackets, trying not to catch a cold, and to have a rule like that, just it's not sitting right with me at least. It's not sitting right with me at least. Let's go over to X and see what folks are saying over on X. And there have been a lot of reactions to the news story that we wrote about this that led to the public opinion. But on X, we have Kevin O'Brien Chang who says, what cruel and inhumane torture to have those students go without hoodie jackets in 26 degrees Celsius weather. And that's the warmer temps, because it was 19 at one point.
And Terrence J is saying, absolutely idiotic. What's wrong with this?
Tired Gemini says, these people need to reevaluate what's important. And again, we wouldn't be talking about something like this. There's Jolene on the screen. Something is wrong with the admins in school, and good on this particular day, and couldn't care about the kids.
No, I just got an update, Mahiri, from Michelle McRae Smith. She messaged me just now, and she's saying it's an update. The ministry, a rep from the ministry went to the school today, and the outcome is that the principal will return the children's jacket, because earlier we had reported that they confiscated the jacket. So the principal will return the jacket. So that's a little update there.
Well, that's one thing, but are they going to be allowed to wear them back, or are we going to have the same issue the next school day when they wear it back?
And remember, the cold front is continuing. We have another
one coming on Friday. So yeah, those rules need to be tweaked for the betterment of the kids. That's what the public is saying on Public Opinion. There's going to be more after the break.
Need help or want to report damage? Visit supportjamaica.gov.jm to find nearby aid, updates, and emergency support all in one place. The time by the Office of the Prime Minister is
16 minutes after 7.
Draxall Creative Building Finishes is here. Explore Jamaica's best styles, bathrooms and kitchens in our brand new showroom at Unit 4, 14 Drax Business Center, Draxall. Creative Building Finishes. Your beautiful finish begins here.
I only have Hanes for you. For underwear that feels so good against your skin, it's got to be Hanes. Look and feel your best. Trend right in stylish Hanes undershirts, V and crew necks and A shirts, absorbent Hanes socks, and high quality Comfort Flex Hanes boxer briefs. All 100% cotton. Get the cool all day comfort you deserve with Hanes quality underwear.
Hanes, you can't go wrong with a brand so strong.
I only have Hanes for you.
Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on February 4 for the official handing over ceremony of the Essex Valley Agro-Processing Facility and Administrative Building. It's all going down at the Essex Valley Complex in Lititz, St. Elizabeth. Hear from Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green. Tune in to Nationwide 90 FM February 4 from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's the official handing over ceremony for the Essex Valley Agro-Processing Facility and Administrative Building. Catch the live stream on our YouTube channel at Nationwide 90 FM Live 2, or keep your station locked on Nationwide 90 FM, the new revolution in media.
Welcome back to the comments section. I'm Shalois Michael.
And I'm Mahiri Stewart, and now it's time to find out what's cooking on the socials. All right, so pretty somber one to kick us off, but it is trending nonetheless, so we are going to be talking about it. Take it away, Shaloi.
Jolian Silvera.
Indeed.
He has been trending, but, because it is a court matter, an ongoing matter that we cannot go into the comments and give the opinions and so on. But what we can do is give you the facts of the case and bring you up to speed about what going on, you know?
Right. So
what we can say is that, in 2023, it was reported that Melissa Silvera
Julian's wife
died.
Yes.
And then it was further bumped up to a murder investigation after an autopsy revealed bullet fragments.
Right, because what people need to remember is that when it originally happened, we were told, the public rather was told, that she died of natural causes. And so the funeral took place, all of that, and then not too long after,
he was charged. In 2024, he was charged. He was arrested and charged with murder, manslaughter, and using a firearm to commit a felony. And we know that he has been behind bars ever since. We know that, he has since pleaded guilty to manslaughter.
But what's making it trending now is that Thursday is going to be the day in which we find out whether or not this will be a plea accepted
or
by
denied.
Chief Justice Brian Sykes. So a lot of people have been speaking about it. I can't go into detail, but I'll give you a glimpse of what I've seen. Persons are... One thing I do see a lot of people posting is the picture of him at the funeral. And everyone is saying, oh my goodness, everyone at that point probably thought natural causes, nothing else. And now to go from that picture of him crying at the funeral to him being charged in relation to her death is a complete 180. And a lot of people have been speaking about that irony, and a lot of people expressing outrage at the plea itself. Some people are saying that the plea is, but again.
And a lot of people are also asking about the difference between murder and manslaughter.
Right.
I think we covered it extensively yesterday in
the newscast
and
at 5.
And Nationwide at 5.
Right.
But to kind of give you a little, to simplify it.
Yeah.
I think how I can simplify it is to say with the difference would be intent. So with murder, you have to prove or have concrete evidence.
That was premeditated, something
Right.
you planned to do, you planned to end the life, as opposed to manslaughter, which is a lot more loose.
Yeah, in a sense, because it's essentially saying that you caused a death, but you didn't set out to kill.
Or plan, rather. So that's where we are right now in terms of the Julian Silvera matter.
So we wait until Thursday.
Indeed, we wait until Thursday, and when Thursday comes, you'll hear about it in the news, and you'll hear about it in Nationwide at 5. And in terms of the YouTubers, it's they're saying a lot. As a matter of fact, the YouTubers are still going off about our public opinion. I'm seeing some people say that pleasant evening, but the principal is not wise. Well, I don't want to use the word you use, Jamaican for Life, but Jamaican for Life is not in agreement with confiscating the jackets of students. Someone's asking if there's a school board. Have we heard from the JTA that action violates the Charter of Human Rights?
We have not heard from the JTA.
Well,
probably should call them tomorrow.
We maybe should have to call them tomorrow. But I see some fur coat today. I wonder where my dad. That's crazy. But again, man, it's really cold out there.
And
man.
Another one is coming.
It's really cold out there.
Another one is coming.
I don't know what to tell you guys, man. But I don't know what I would do if my child came home without the jacket I put him in to be safe in this cold front, man. I really don't know what I would do.
But thankfully, jackets are being returned.
The jackets are being returned, but the mere fact that it was taken away is the thing for me, man. Like,
yeah.
Love that something is being done, but I think more needs to be done. It's one thing to give them back the jackets, but if they're not going to be allowed to wear them, I don't know about that one, man. Unless you're going to give the children the jackets for free and make it of no charge. Well, that would be my ideal scenario. I don't know if that's going to work, but
on a lighter note,
we were on
another trending topic.
We were on a somber note a while ago speaking about the ongoing trial with Julian Silvera, but good things are happening in Jamaica, folks. And recording artist Kez Namdi, he's done it, folks. He has won the Grammy Award for Best Reggae Album at this past Sunday's Grammy Award for his 13-track album Blood and Fire. This is Kez Namdi's very first Grammy, and he didn't just win it, he won it over some pretty established names in Jamaican music. We're talking Lila IK with her
Vybz
album
Kartel.
Treasure Self Love. Vybz Kartel had Heart and Soul. We have Mortimer with From Within. And we have Jesse Royals, No Place Like Home. And I think this is a very star-studded lineup of artists and projects to choose from. I remember when Treasure Self Love dropped, there was a lot of buzz around that one. So that's the one I originally thought was going to win it, personally. Out of all the ones I heard, and based on what people were saying, based on the albums and how they dropped, a lot of people were saying, yeah, man, Treasure Self Love might be their own. But that's just, let me just say that's just what X was saying. But X is not Jamaica,
exactly,
right? And so among those in the Grammy Awards, they chose Kez Namdi. And as a result, when we tune out later, we are going to go with a Kez Namdi track, specifically River Jordan, which is my favorite off of the Blood and Fire album. It's my favorite of the 13. But Kez Namdi, if you're hearing this, man, congratulations. Congratulations on the Grammy Award. I think we have a video of Lila Ike. She was also, because after the Grammys, you'd think people would be sulking and sad, but even those that did not win the Grammy, those same Jamaican recording artists, they were still having their time of their lives outside in this video that you're about to see here. But we're gonna play it for you real quick. But they were out. Lila was having the time of her life because she performed in the opening ceremony of the Grammys.
Yes.
So that was another thing I saw buzzing on social media a lot. Lila IK was one of the opening acts of the Grammys, and I think that's just, in general, that's a really cool thing for me.
It is.
I really think that's cool because you always want to see, as a Jamaican, you always want to see Jamaicans on that big stage. We always talk about with Liquor, but with Talawa, these are one of those instances, or this rather is one of those instances.
And it comes, during Reggae Month.
Indeed, Reggae Month.
So
what a time for this to happen, man. Indeed. And I'm seeing I Am Winning right now saying and I'll tell you what, I understand that there's a good group of Jamaicans who have never heard Kez Namdi, and I don't think that's the case, A lot of you actually have heard Kez Namdi.
With the song with Chronixx.
Yes.
Victory. It is a good song. It's very popular. I think people just need to...
I don't think people know it as Kez Namdi's song.
Yeah, I think that's the issue.
Chronixx does the hook. When you're winning, it says victory, but when you're not, then the war is bitter. That's the part people know, the hook.
Know, yeah.
And then Kez Namdi comes in right after that with his verses, but I don't think a lot of people know that that's Kez Namdi's track. There we go. This is it. You guys know this song, man. Don't pretend. Don't pretend that you don't know this song, man. There we go. Look at that.
See someone in the comments
saying, says he's been listening.
I've been listening to Kez Namdi long time.
You telling me you don't know this song? Let's refresh the memory of those listening. This is Kez Namdi.
When you're winning, it's a sweet story. And when you're not, then the war is bitter. You're quick to call me a sinner. Only judge I know my history. So we have to give the king glory.
I was saying let's fade out before we get copyrighted, but that's Kez Namdi, that's Victory. But you're gonna hear off of the latest album when we close out today. But folks, there we go. And you see, we mentioned Kez Namdi a while ago, and now people are saying in the YouTube chat that they've been listening. See that they're electro.
Yeah, because sometimes you're listening to an artist and you don't even realize the name of the person. You just know the song, you like the song.
Indeed. He sounds really good, says news commentator J.A. There you have it, man.
There you
so
have
folks,
it.
And last before we go to the break, Kez Namdi was not the only Jamaican to win a Grammy Award, folks.
No, he was not.
Because apparently, thanks to Wayne Chen, shout out Wayne Chen on Twitter, man. He's really the best. A Jamaican-born composer by the name of Gavin Chuck
also won.
He won a Grammy. He won a Grammy for the category Best Chamber Music or Small Ensemble. And I was like, I would have never known that.
Same.
Thank God for you, Wayne Chen. Thank you for putting us on to I think he's a professor. Gavin Chuck, Jamaican-born Grammy Award-winning composer. He also took home a Grammy last night. So let's go into the break, and then we're gonna finish off comment section here on a Nationwide 90 FM.
Draxall Creative Building Finishes is here. Explore Jamaica's best styles, bathrooms and kitchens in our brand new showroom at Unit 4, 14 Drax Business Center, Draxall Creative Building Finishes. Your beautiful finish begins here.
The news cycle doesn't end on Friday. It needs perspective. That's why every Sunday at midday, Nationwide 90 FM presents The Week That Was. A clear, informed review of the top stories that shaped the past week, what really mattered and what lies ahead. No noise, no theatrics, just analysis, context, and clarity. The Week That Was. Sundays at 12 noon with a repeat at 6:30 p.m. Understand the news before the week begins. Only on Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
Exclusive content, behind-the-scenes moments, and priority updates coming soon to Nationwide 90 FM.
Welcome back to comment section here on Nationwide 90 FM, and now we're gonna close off with our comment of the day. Shaloi, what's your comment of the day?
I think my comment of the day, Mahiri, is from Denval Mullings when he said, "Even Jesus came and broke corn on the Sabbath," which tells us that even rules and laws can be altered, changed, or relaxed under specific circumstances.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I had one in my head, but this recent one I'm seeing right here from Oren 1876, where he says, "Yes, the principal had an error of judgment, but he can be forgiven." I agree, Oren. We're not trying to push badness on any school. Yes, we're just voicing our opinion and what appears to be the opinion of the public. But folks, that's another episode of the comment section. Done and dusted. I'm Mahiri Stewart.
And I'm Shaloi Smichael. Special thanks to
our producer Sonia Stewart, our technical engineer Andrew Anderson, and our video editor Demar Williams. And to take us out, it's the Grammy Award winning artist Kez Namdi with River Jordan.
River Jordan, roll, child, rolling down the River Jordan, roll, child, roll. Trial and tribulation and retreat, so many rivers to cross, blood and fire, this operation and grief with, so many rivers to cross. Congonaya, we rolling down the River Jordan. England a laugh, no reparations, no payoff. The queen dead off, and she get away with murder, she rip we off. Just go check the history and go read the facts. She and Busta Manti, them sign a deal, say independence, but I no see it, cause we kinda.
Every day